your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Through this week, we are definitely getting our dose of summer conditions, where the week did start off with us seeing that front move in. It brought some of those strong winds into the Juneau area, even came with a severe thunderstorm warning, which is rarely ever seen really across much of the panhandle at that. And then now we are seeing that we're transitioning from talking the storm conditions for summer to the warm conditions of summer. And we are going to see that it is going to last throughout the weekend. We are watching high temperatures even reach for the 70s, some communities 80s, which is even putting a heat advisory here across portions of the panhandle, as this isn't typical warmth that we have. We're not accustomed to seeing days stack up of some of these warm temperatures. Now, outside of the warmth, generally fair. We're going to continue to see some sunshine hold on even into early next week. Now, there will be some return of those cooling showers, and that looks to make its return as potentially early as Wednesday. But here as we step into our Friday forecast, high tide is at 9:10 in the morning and again at 9:28 into the evening. Our Friday will start off with a morning low of 51 and an afternoon high 68 degrees. Now, not breaking record, which recently set back in 2018, but what we are going to watch for our Friday is with the summer-like temperatures. We also mentioned it is the summer solstice. This is the day that has the most amount of daylight, only gaining 7 seconds here from our Thursday into our Friday, but it brings that sunrise there from 3:51 in the afternoon or morning hours to 10:07 in the evening hours to make for the day at 18 hours and 16 minutes, the day with the greatest amount of daylight. Over the weekend, we will gradually flip that number over to talk about losing daylight as we move our way through the summer months, but now we've made it to the peak. We're in that time of the year now where we have warmer surface temperatures, so we'll still stay with summer-like temperatures even though we're losing daylight. Once we lose the bigger daylight towards the fall months, that's where we start to cool the environment again. And we are going to get our dose of some summertime conditions. Still battling a bit more some cloud cover early in the day, but by the end of the day, we should see some of that widespread sunshine. We're noting that most of the community should stay dry as well. We are seeing that there still is some activity there off into Canada that tries to fire up a few little isolated spots of some showers, maybe even some rumbles at times, but for the most part, there by Saturday, we can see the clear skies taking hold across the panhandle, and that is going to be with those summer-like temperatures. We even also note that there may be some hazy skies at times. In Canada, there are some wildfires ongoing, and with some of that easterly flow, that is pulling some of that haze overhead, but we will see that especially they're transitioning into Saturday, widespread 70s. It's going to be a warm day. Some communities, again, can't have the potential of maybe even sitting into the 80s, as we'll hold on to that sunshine in the 70s for Sunday. Still expected to be dry through Tuesday with those mid to upper 60s, and then rain returns Wednesday.